There you have it. Erik Karlsson has signed an 8-year, $11.5 million AAV contract. That's a whopper. To be honest, I wasn't sure this was going to happen because San Jose just doesn't have that much cap space. And after this, they have just over $12.5 million in cap room, and they got a lot of guys they got to re-sign, UFAs, RFAs. Before we get to that, Erik Karlsson had 45 points in 53 games for the Sharks last season after coming across being traded from the Ottawa Senators. And the playoffs, he had 2 goals and 16 points during San Jose's run to the Western Conference Finals where they ran into the St. Louis Blues. So, I mean, this is great news for San Jose Shark fans. They're going for it. With this age group, this is the time. They got to take a run. But how are they going to stay as good or even get better than last year? I don't know. Hopefully Erik Karlsson, after this groin surgery, that won't become a reoccurring issue. His foot, which was about a couple of years ago now, that surgery, hopefully that won't resurface. So you figure they've got maybe a 3-year window max with all, with these aging players and such. We'll see what happens there because Joe Thornton, he's staying in San Jose or he was retiring, right? So how dirt cheap can they sign this guy for? Bare minimum? I don't know. He wasn't really hurt for much of the season. And let's face it, if he goes into the next season, he'll probably won't play more than 65 games, I want to say, just to make sure he's fresh. And then there's 2 key guys. Joe Pavelski, he's 34. He's an RFA now. They're center right wing. And there's Timo Meier, who is 22 years old, could play both wings. He's an RFA. Now those 2 guys right there, last season, Timo had 30 goals, 36 assists for 66 points, and +9. Joe Pavelski had 38 goals, had a great year, 26 assists for 64 points. He was a -4. Those 2 guys alone are, how do you fit those 2 guys under in just over $12.5 million in cap space? I don't know. Joe Pavelski could probably, both him and Timo could probably, get a pretty penny, although Timo's, an RFA. But Joe definitely could get a pretty penny on the market here. Who's San Jose going to sign? Who are they going to get rid of? Who are they going to trade to make some more cap room space? I mean, Gustav Nyquist, he's a UFA at age 29. They got him at the trade deadline day from the Detroit Red Wings. He plays both wings. He's probably a goner. We're going to walk. There's Dylan Gambrell at age 22, centerman. He's an RFA. Could probably sign him relatively cheaply, I would assume, on a bridge maybe. Kevin LeBlanc, that's another big one. Plays both wings at age 23 years old. He's an RFA. Let's see what his how he did last year. In 82 games, he had 17 goals and 39 assists for 56 points. He was a -1. They got to re-sign. They probably want to re-sign him. He's a really good depth player. I just don't know. The list goes on here. Michael Haley, he's a utility 4th liner. Bare minimum if they sign him at age 33 years old. He's a centerman. Jonas Donskoy, he's a UFA at right wing. Maybe he might walk. He's 27 years old. On defense, there's Tim Heat at 28. He's UFA. He'll probably walk. He's a right shot D. Then the left shot D, Joakim Ryan, who's an RFA at age 26. And then which Martin Jones is going to show up next season? I don't know. How is San Jose going to be better than they were last season? Grant you, they'll probably have a fully healthy Erik Karlsson this time around, who's now making more than Drew Doughty at $11 million, who signed for 8 years. I want to say just a little less than a year ago. That was taken care of early. He negotiated his own contract. And I want to say Erik Karlsson is now maybe 3rd behind Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews in terms of biggest contract in the NHL. Let me know what your thoughts are about what you think of this signing, of course. What the Sharks are going to do with the rest of the UFAs and RFAs, I don't know. And how they're going to work their way around that and how they're going to get even better. Because, St. Louis is probably coming back with relatively the same team. How are they going to get around them? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, if I haven't said that enough times already. Thank you so much for watching. Hit like if you like this video. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And hey, if you happen to have any Hockey Geek friends, please don't feel shy about sharing. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.